You guys heard me talk about the good wolf versus the bad wolf and how that bad wolf, that's the ego in all of us. Well, a little strength that the bad wolf has that really holds people to like this threshold, this clutch, is what's called pride. But I don't want you to get confused with proud and pride, because being prideful, that is, hey, I want everybody to look at me, I'm the best, yada 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 yada, right? Like, I want all the fame, I want all the glory. Proud is completely different. And yes, you could still have people to want to look at you and celebrate your success, but most importantly, being proud is a more initial internal one-on-one thing between you and yourself. And I feel like so many times, right? And like, this is a great episode in my opinion, because you should be very proud of where you are at right now compared to where you have came, but also proud knowing the fact of where you are going. And I talk about the mindset all the time, right? Visualizing your goals, visualizing success, process visualization, right? Where you're visualizing yourself going through that process, not just the outcome of the goals, but actually going through the process of achieving it. But I talk about gratitude a lot. And how many times have you actually wrote down or thought about yourself? So many times, right? I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my clothes. I'm grateful for food. I'm grateful for whatever the case may be. My job, right? I get that, right? And it's good to start off that way. But I always encourage guys to branch off and start getting a little bit more inclined with their emotions, right? It ain't feminine to do that at all. Trust me, right? We talk about building emotional strength all the time at Heartletics, because this is one of the 4 pillars of success. Your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual. And so it's just like, get a little bit inclined, get a little bit, personal with yourself, get a little bit emotional with yourself. And how do you do that? Well, here's how I like to do it, right? When it comes down to thinking about the things I'm grateful for, I'm not excluding myself. Yeah, I'm grateful for Heartletics. Yeah, I'm grateful for my house. Yeah, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for a million things, right? But you know what I'm grateful for the most? Me. And that's not prideful by any means, right? It's because I'm proud of myself. I'm somebody that overcame suicide, right? Like, being legit very, very depressed and in a dark place and having these suicidal thoughts. Why would I not be proud of myself? Like, why would I not be? You think that's prideful? No, by any means not. So today's intentions for you listening to this is to take a step back and reflect on how far you came. I'm sure maybe you want to lose 50 pounds and get off your medications. Well, what if you lost 10 pounds so far? What if you have more energy? What if you have more confidence? What if your clothes are fitting better? What if you're, hitting better, PRs in the gym? Whatever the case may be. Feel proud about that. Honestly, feel proud that you sure, your goals are over here. But at the same time, if you're never grateful for what you have and where you are going, it's going to be very, very difficult. This is why on our little affirmations cards that we send out to members when they sign up for Heartletics, we send out that, and our little, consistency is key wristband. I keep my affirmation card right here. And the first thing that it says, right, is I'm in the process of becoming the best version of myself. The second affirmation is 1% better every day. Small changes over time lead to big results. And the third, and I love this one, is I love myself for who I am and who I am becoming. There's nothing prideful about that. You should be your own superhero. You should be your own best friend. You should be your greatest inspiration, because you made it this far and you continue to fight the good fight and not give up. So why would you not feel proud of that? Why would you not? I hear this a lot with guys about, hey, I want to lose weight. I want to look good with my shirt off so I can have more confidence. Like, it has everything to do with internal. Not external, right, with your appearance, eternal. Which means, like, what it is that you think about yourself. And so when it comes down to building that confidence, get a little bit inclined with, hey, think about it. How far have you came? When was the last time you actually looked yourself in the mirror and said, I'm proud of myself? You know, I don't want you to just say affirmations just for the sake of saying them. Like, no, get a little bit real with yourself. Like, have a conversation with yourself driving on the way to work and just talk to yourself. Talk to your intuition, right? Just have a conversation. Maybe talk to God if, you believe in God, just whatever the case may be, and just talk. Just talk. You're going to feel so much better about yourself. And that's going to help you start also opening up some little doorways and maybe some opportunities, getting you thinking differently. Because I always say it all the time. You are exactly where you need to be right now in your life because of your daily habits, your daily thoughts, the words that you're saying, everything, right? It all stems from your mindset and what it is that you do on, repeats. Napoleon Hill talks about in his book, Outwitting the Devil. Repetition is the mother of all learning. So it's just like, if you want a whole different outcome, maybe have different thoughts go on and repeats in your head. Maybe have different words go on and repeats coming out of your mouth. Maybe have different habits on repeat that you do each and every day. And this is like what we stem and really strive our members at Heartletics to focus on, because it can really help them out with, longevity purposes. It can really help them out with becoming the best version of themselves, not just physically, but most importantly, mentally as well. So I encourage you, one, if you're doing something, right, and like your initial intentions and reaction is, hey, I'm doing this just to get an outcome, right? Like, it's like if, let's say you're going to go help out charity or donations, whatever, but, I need everybody on Facebook. I need everybody on Instagram to see this, right? I need to be glorified for doing something. Yeah, that's more pride, right? Like, that's being more prideful. But like, hey, I'm doing this, and sure, maybe like I'm making a post about something to inspire other guys. Like, hey, I just did this, like donate to this charity because I believe in them. This is something that's great. I really want to help out these individuals. I want to help out these people. Like, here's the link if anybody else wants to do it as well. Completely different, because your intentions going into making that post is, hey, I'm not doing this to get XYZ likes or what other people will think about me. Hey, I'm doing this to inspire other guys to also, hey, why don't we help out this situation? Why don't we help out and, donate to this charity? Whatever the case may be, you put it any situation in there. So there's a big difference between, once again, being prideful, which is all about the ego, right? But also being proud of yourself. And so many times guys forget, like, they are their own best friends and they're their own, superheroes to their own movie that they're constantly creating, because you're the creator of your own reality. So it's just like, have fun with it, but also at the same time, take a step back and just be a little bit proud of yourself. Hey, I came this far. Hey, I didn't think I could ever be consistent with working out X amount of days a week, but here I am and I'm doing it. Hey, I maybe in the beginning I had a hard time struggling to hit my protein goal, but now I'm constantly hitting these numbers and I feel very, very proud of myself because I'm able to do this. And in the beginning it was hard, but now I can be more consistent. Hey, maybe I'm proud of myself because maybe before I used to go out to eat with my family and always regret the next day, like, I should have never had this, and here I am, the number on the scale jumped up, and whatever the case may be. Now I don't feel that way. So it's just like, you have a lot going on in your life, right? And a lot going for you in your life, I should say. And there's lots to be grateful for. But when was the last time you were grateful for yourself? When was the last time you took a step back, saw the bigger picture and said, oh, you know what? It's been a minute since I looked at myself in the mirror and said, you know what? I'm proud of you. I'm so happy and proud of you knowing that you came this far and seeing where you continue to push through each and every day. Hey, you're going to achieve your goals. I know you're going to do this. We're going to do this. When was the last time you looked yourself in the mirror and just said that? How different do you think your life can change, right, if you started thinking things like that about the things that you're, proud of yourself for doing? If you start saying different things like that, start talking to yourself more and more, whether that's in the mirror whether that's on your commute for work, whether that's just going for a walk outside. Just have that internal conversation with yourself. Like, think about it. How different would your life be? So I encourage you, I challenge you. Don't think of this being prideful by any means, but if you want to know one of the key secrets to, being more confident and having more self-esteem, it has nothing to do with your physical appearance. It has everything to do with your internal, okay? And that is, what is that conversation that you're having with yourself? If you honestly are proud and grateful for yourself and seeing everything that you've been through and where you continue to push through and, go to in the next steps of reaching your goals, hey, that's going to help you out big time with your confidence. But so many times, remember, and I talked about this in the episode called The Winner's Circle, it's just like you have to learn how to have that winner's mindset. You have to learn how to constantly do things and just take a step back and say, I did that, and count these wins up. Because once you can do that, it's going to help you out tenfold. I promise you that.